And welcome back. Tom is spending the afternoon at Hy-Vee over in Osage Beach.
Tom, what's going on? What should people know about Hy-Vee's pharmacy?
Just about everything is what they should know about Hy-Vee's pharmacy, because it's not your granddad's pharmacy. It really isn't. Now I have Allie here, Dr. Allie, and she's a registered pharmacist. And okay, something I didn't know, I really didn't know, I didn't even think about it, is you can take care of pets here.
We can.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we're not as fully functional as being a full vet, but if your vet is able to write a prescription for your pet, you can send that prescription here, and we have access to some of those discount cards that we talked about the other week.
Okay.
And we can use those to lower the cost because, as a lot of people who have pets unfortunately realize, insurance doesn't cover them. So we can help out and make sure that your pet's medication is getting the best price possible so that your loved one is happy, healthy, and wagging.
And something I just saw today, and it's food for thought, I think someone missed the boat when they didn't call vets doctors. Yes, anyway. Okay, now we talked about your pets. They can take care of the pet meds and things like that. Now let's talk about some summertime things, because people are getting out, and you know, every now and then you get into a situation, you cut yourself or you stab yourself. I didn't know also you can help with tetanus shots here.
Yes, we can. So the tetanus vaccine is actually a combination vaccine. It contains tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, or whooping cough.
Okay.
And so we recommend that vaccination every 10 years for everyone. Doesn't matter your age, we want you to get this.
Right.
But there's also that bonus time you need to get it. One, you mentioned, is if you get those injuries, you're maybe making a new deck and the nail gun has a little too much fun with your hand. Well, that tetanus vaccine can protect you from getting kind of serious diseases. And then if you're having a new loved one come into the family, a little baby's on its way, it's really important to get your tetanus vaccination because they are really susceptible to some of those infections.
Now, do you keep record of that then?
Yes.
See, because the first thing you go into a doctor, if you've cut your hand on something, the first thing they're going to say is, when did you have your last tetanus shot?
No one ever remembers.
Yeah.
But what's nice for us is we have access to a statewide database that tells us every vaccination you've ever got in the state of Missouri.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Come down anytime, we can look it up.
And we're talking about summertime things, and I know there are a lot of things you can help people with over the counter.
Yes.
And there are a lot of things out there that if I don't know the right thing, I've got to try 5 or 6 times. You can at least steer me in the right direction.
Exactly. And I know we've kind of touched base on that before where, yes, the over-the-counter section here, we have lots of options. We'd love to help you. And there's a lot of things coming up. And if you don't mind, I can share some quick tips just for everyone listening.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest things we're concerned about in summer, especially down here at the lake, is ticks.
Yeah.
And there is some big misconceptions I'd love to clear up for people.
Sure.
So one of the most common things people do, you get a tick bite, you want to do grandma's old tried and true, get the match out, light the tick, get some nail polish, put that on, drown it in alcohol. All of those things that suffocate a tick causes it to actually vomit into the wound. We want to avoid that, so we want to make sure you're using tweezers to remove that tick, and then definitely keep that tick body, and then the doctor can test it. And then if you're having maybe mosquito bites, things like that, we got a lot of over-the-counter products that we can help you sort through, find the best thing for which bite you have. Other thing that's going on is sunburn.
Yeah.
So we all know what's most important is sunscreen.
Yeah.
And what most people don't realize is you need to be applying that sunscreen every 2 hours or every time you get out of the water.
Also, I know here at Hy-Vee they have hats. You can get hats.
Yes, we have tons of hats.
Shade is a good thing.
Shade is also good, especially when you have little infants.
Yeah.
No one under the age of 6 months should be using sunscreen. Their body just can't handle that kind of toxicity level.
Okay, now we've got about 30 seconds. There's also vaccine shots and things that people need to be up to date on.
Yes, yes. Make sure, come reach out to us. We'll check your need for COVID, your shingles, your pneumonia, all those fun things. And bonus, if anyone comes to us before June 15th, they get 5 cents of Fuel Saver points onto their Fuel Saver account. So 15 days of bonus prescription points.
Can't beat it with a big stick. And also, if you want to find a really good pharmacy, you can transfer all of your prescriptions to Hy-Vee. That I know.
Yes, you can. We love helping out.
All right. Thanks for talking with us again.
Anytime.
Important things to remember. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Tom. Himi, you know, they touched on like summertime wellness and taking care of your skin and your health. That's really, really important. People have to stay on top of that. And Hy-Vee Pharmacy is the perfect place to do that. So
Yes, I know it was such perfect weather over Memorial Day weekend. I was down at the lake and I was sunblocking up.
Yes,
so let's remember to do that all summer.